What's up, y'all? What's good? What's your boy Dame D from the What Up Though Show, and I am back with another one. Well, today is the day. It's been a major milestone in my life. Your boy just turned 50 years old today, which is a major accomplishment in my life. A lot of us have not made it to see 50 years old. And I'm not gonna say I never thought that I would make it to see 50, but growing up as a kid, 50 years old, 50 seemed like it was would be a eternity in life, but time don't wait for nobody, and those years flew by. So I just want to come on and chop it up and talk to you guys for a second. I have been having some technical difficulties. My age has definitely been showing. I couldn't even get into my computer. I had to have my wife come down here and help me get in because I just a lot of things. I don't know. I think my son was down here fucking with my laptop and locked me out, with my tabs. So, I was showing my age on that, but I just want to come in and check in with you guys. Let me make sure that I can be heard. So I'm about to go to my channel first and make sure that you guys can hear me live and direct. So give me 1 second. Okay, so hold on. I'm trying to check my channel. Here we go. That's not it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I can be heard. So there we go. I just wanted to make sure I can be heard. But yes, your boy just turned 50 years old today. A major accomplishment in my life. Like I said, a lot of us have not, that came before me have not made it to 50, and just growing up as a kid, 50 years old seemed like it was going to be a long time eternity, but, it's here. I finally made it, a lot of my peers has already turned 50, and beat me to it, but, my day is finally here. I've made it to 50. So I just want to come on and chop it up with you guys for a little bit, for tonight. Yep. So, it definitely feels good, to be another year older, to wake up. The Lord blessed me with another day to be able to wake up, to see my family and my loved ones and my friends, I should say, too. So and to celebrate another day, so that's what it's all about. I didn't really do much, went and had dinner, had a few drinks, just hung out, saw my moms, my brother, a few of my family members, and just, just really just chilled out. I didn't do too much today. But like I said, I'm thankful for waking up, being able to see another day, being able to be blessed to see 50 years old. You know what I mean? You know, um, it's definitely a milestone, for a lot of us who have made it this far. Uh, so I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm waiting for a few more people to check in, before I really start conversating, but for those who are in here now, if you are not subscribed to that channel, please make sure that, that you hit that subscribe button for your boy. I'm close to my YouTube goals. So I definitely need for you guys to make sure that you're hitting that subscribe button, make sure that you're hitting that like button, and make sure that you're sharing the content so others can see, the content that we're putting out over here. But yeah, I just want to come in for a little bit and chop it up with everybody today. Like I said, it's my 50th birthday, and I want to thank those who wish your boy a happy 50th birthday today. It definitely means a lot, for those who reached out and wished me a happy birthday. Yep, it goes a long way. Yep, but it's definitely been a good day. Like I said, I hung out with a few of my family members today. I saw my mom, hung out with my brother, of course, with my wife and my son today. We went out and had, dinner last night, and then we also went out again and had a little something to bite to eat and to drink. So I really didn't do too much, I guess I'm already getting reserved and laid back, because in my younger days I would want to be out. I would want to be out partying and just being out on the scene. But you know, not this year. I guess I'm just I'm not gonna say my age is catching up with me, but I don't have a problem with just relaxing, chilling out at the crib, chilling. Yep. So I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Comment in the comment section. Let me know how your day been going. Like I said, the comments, the chat section is open. Wish your boy happy birthday. Let me know where you checking in from. Let me know when you guys' birthday. Yeah. Yep. So how was you guys this Sunday? It's August the 10th. It's Leo season. I have an hour, I believe, in 16 minutes before my birthday is over with. So I'm gonna I'm gonna spend the rest of the August the 10th with you guys. So I'm gonna chop it up for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go on ahead and close it down. But yeah, I had a good day. Went out, saw some of my family members, hung out a little bit, you know. Went out and had a went out and had a bite to eat and a few drinks. So excuse me if I may sound a little slurred. It's just from just having a busy day and just having a festive day, I should say. Yeah. Yeah, but I tell you this, I'm definitely like I talked about this some days ago. I used to not accept getting older, but I've been trying to accept, well, not trying to, but I've accept, that I'm definitely getting older. I used to always push my my year back, my age back a year, I should say. Yeah. So at one point, I damn near forgot. I'm not gonna say I forgot how old I was, but I was thinking I was a year younger than what I was because I used to always push my birthday back a year. But I've come to accept what it is, what the Lord has blessed me to be able to see. He's blessed me with 50 years, and that's what it is. Yep. So I'm like I said, I'm just chopping it up, spending the rest of August the 10th in with you guys. I think I got an hour and 14 minutes now, before my birthday is over with. So I'm gonna try to spend the rest of the time with my Facebook and I mean with my YouTube family and friends. Yeah. So you guys let me know where y'all checking in from. Let me know when y'all birthdays, what month your birthday fall in and and all that, so we're gonna chop it up for a little bit. The weekend was full of festivities. Chris Brown was in the city Thursday and Friday, so he definitely brought the city out. I know a lot of people enjoyed that. A lot of people probably had fun going to check him out. You know, um, what else was going on around the city? The Lions won a football game. So there was a few things that was going on around the city. Yeah. Let me know who else birthday was today. Who birthday is in August? Give me your August birthdays. Whoever birthday is in August, put it up there so I can shout you out happy birthday. But yeah, a lot of people don't make it to see 50. I'm not gonna say I never was that one to say that I would never that I don't think that I will ever to see at 50. It just seemed like, you know, that I'm not going to say that it would never come because eventually I knew one day if I lived long enough that, I would live to see 50 years old. But, as a kid growing up, you never would think that, you know, that your day has come. But my day has come, so, I have kids that's in their 20s and their 30s, so my time has come. Time definitely doesn't wait for nobody, so I try to keep myself in somewhat some type of decent shape, over the years, and it's important to keep up on your health, making sure that you're checking up on yourself. So, we can live as much as as long as we able to live. You know what I mean? So definitely, make sure that you're checking up on your health. So, we can live. I'm 50. I at least want to live at least another 30 to 40 more years if Lord willing. You know what I mean? So, I definitely don't have a 50-year run. Yeah. And this is around the time that we see a lot of our classmates, our um, family and friends, start to, pass away around middle age. This is middle age for, you know, um, a lot of people that we went to school with, family that we grew up with, you know, um, so it's all about taking care of yourself and making sure that you keep yourself in good health so that you able to live, beyond your 50. So, that's my goal now is to, make sure that I'm able to live at least another 20 to 30 more years, so that's my goal. So, so you have to invest in your wealth. Health is wealth. That's definitely true. Because there's no if you're not healthy and you can have all the money in the world, but if you're sick, it ain't gonna do you no good. you know. Yep. So that's what it's about. So I guess that's what it's about for the next 50 years is just trying to stay on top of my health. Yeah. Yeah, because from here, from 50, normally the body starts deteriorating, especially if you're not taking care of yourself and just staying on top of your health and making sure that you go on to see your doctors and things like that. So I definitely been trying to um, make sure that I've been seeing my doctor, getting certain things checked out, um, and just trying to stay on top of things, as they occur. But I tell you what, and it happens when you turn 40, you start feeling a lot of ailments and a lot of things start hurting. But I tell you what, at 50, that happens too, especially if you're not staying on top of staying in tip top shape, I should say. Because everyone has, at some point or sometime, I'm not going to say have health problems, but they do occur. Excuse me. Yeah, but I definitely feel good. I look good. I think so. I just want to continue to stay in good spirits and take care of my family and see my son grow. That's my goal now. I recently just had a young one. He's two, getting ready to be three in a few months. So I want to be able to live to see him walk across the stage and maybe get married and have some kids. So it's all about from here on out. Just trying to stay healthy, and just live right and and live healthy, I should say. You know, yeah. But again, I want to say thank you to everyone who wished me a happy birthday. To all my family and friends, it means a lot. Most definitely. This definitely was an accomplishment. Because because a lot of You know, a few of my friends, family members, and friends did not make it to see this. You know, so it definitely is a milestone and an accomplishment. Yeah, yeah, but I still feel good. I still feel like how I felt when I was 49. So nothing has changed far as that. It just dawned on me today that I'm 50. It hit on me. I'm like, wow. I can't say I'm in my 40s no more. So that's kind of. I'm not gonna say it's. Um, I'm not gonna say it did make me feel some type of way, but at the same time, it's definitely an accomplishment. Because I definitely wouldn't want to stay 49 forever. So I'm definitely glad that I turned 50. That means my life has continued to go on. The Lord has blessed me to be able to see another year, to be able to see my family and friends. So I'm definitely thankful for that. Because it was a lot of people who did not wake up this morning. So I'm definitely thankful. That I was woken up this morning to see another day. Most definitely. Yeah. But that's something that we don't really think about. Growing up as kids. Growing up. I mean, it crosses our mind, but you don't really think about the specific age that I turned today. Growing up, turning 50. That really don't dawn on you, and it really didn't dawn on me today. Like like damn. I'm 50 years old. I still feel, in my heart, in my body sometimes. Well, I ain't gonna say my body sometimes, but in spirit and mind, I still feel like, I'm I say my 30s, keep it real. So for me to be 50, it still has not um caught up with me or dawned on me, I should say, but it's definitely, I'm definitely thankful, that the Lord allowed me to see 50 years. A lot of people can't say that. Yeah. Because I talked about this in the last conversation that I had. You know, hold on, what up though, Big Dave? Hold on, let me I'm bringing you in. I'm actually live. So I'm gonna bring you in live with me. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Oh, all right, hold on then.
Yeah.
Let me get situated. I just wanted to see what you wanted to go on.
Yeah, no, I'm actually live now going in, so you can't be seen. You can be heard though.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm live now, so I got you on the mic with me now. I'm just sitting up here talking about my turning 50, my 50th birthday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we live right now, so we're talking it up. So yeah, no man, I was just talking about, just it's an accomplishment, it's a milestone, in my life turning 50 because there's a lot of people like a lot of my peers and family members that did not make it to see 50 years old. Yeah.
It's definitely an accomplishment to meet the big 5-0. You're in the middle now. You got more behind you than in front of you. But
Man.
I don't get it. Hey, listen, I don't get caught up in that stuff. It's just a saying. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no, but just hearing it like that, that's real. Listen, that's real talk, Big Dave.
No,
You
most
know what I mean?
definitely.
Because I definitely probably
My
got
goal is
more
to 50.
years behind me than I do in front of
Yeah,
me.
cause see,
And I was just talking about, health and stuff like that, how important it is, for us to stay on top of our health, to be able to maximize this life that we have, to be able to see as many years as we can.
I mean, I agree with you because at the end of the day, I mean, tomorrow is not promised. Time don't wait on no one. I advise a lot of people that lost a lot of time because of health or because they went to prison and they lost a whole lot of years. Not to ever try to make it up. Just keep it moving when you get the opportunity to live your life again, either if it's getting out of prison or getting your health back in order.
Right.
Just keep it moving and live one day at a time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And be blessed and happy that you wake up every day functioning enough to be able to live another day and keep moving.
You know what? And that's the number one thing that I said, Dave. I said, you know what? No matter what, I'm definitely thankful that the Lord woke me up to live to see another day. Because there was a lot of people that did not wake up today.
I understand that.
Yeah,
Like I said, I tell people every time, I say, God is good all the time, even when you don't think so. As long as you wake up and have another day, you have a new start at life. That's
yeah.
real talk.
No, that's real talk. When you wake up, he was definitely good to you. Because like I said, there was a lot of people who did not wake up today.
No, but if we look at reality, man, somebody every minute of an hour on the clock is passing.
Yeah,
And some are from murderers, some are from natural causes and things like that. And it's a sad shame, but it's life. It's nothing you can do about it. That's why I don't waste my time talking about um that that kind of stuff, man. I don't waste my life. I don't wake up with my life talking about, oh man, one day we're gonna die. I don't get caught up in that. I don't claim old, and I'm not trying to say I'm not older. And I understand what old is, but hey, I'm in my 50s. I'm older than you by about 7 years.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Or 6 years, it'll be 7 years in October. But at the end of the day, I don't live my life worrying about um, what I know that's supposed to happen based on reality and and stuff that happens in life. I don't waste my time worrying about them kind of things. I just try to put things in order for me and my children, you know what I'm saying, or anyone that I need to put things in order for. So if something does happen, I'm not gonna be waiting for it or looking for it. If it happened, I might not need to know. But at this point in my life, I'm gonna live an eternity. And what I mean by that is I'm not gonna worry about things that's gonna happen. I'm gonna live my life every day the best I can. And as long as I have the opportunity to do that by waking up with a new day every day, once my feet hit the ground, I'm gonna keep it moving, bro.
Hey, and that's how I'm living it. I was allowed to wake up today to start a new day. And I'm gonna just look at this like this is a new chapter in my life. I've met a milestone in my life. And this day forward, I'm gonna make sure that I live my life to the fullest, which I have, but I'm gonna definitely make sure that, every day that I wake up that, I make sure that, I appreciate life. Um, I appreciate my loved ones. I appreciate my friends, and just everything that life has to offer. Because you only get one life. You know what I mean? And I've seen a lot of my family members and friends who have not made it to 50. So, it's definitely a major accomplishment in my life. Like before you called, before you came in, I was just talking to people earlier. I'm like, a lot of people don't think and it didn't dawn on me that, until I spoke to my sister earlier, that I was actually 50 years old. She was like, "You are 50." And I'm like, "Yeah, I finally made it." So a lot of us really don't think that. I'm not gonna say we don't think that we're gonna make it to see 50, but a lot of people think that they just gonna stay young forever. I guess, in
Well,
that
I
sense.
mean, look, you talking about a guy that grew up was wild, and my mother had to move me from out of one neighborhood, which was actually a good neighborhood, but you could see it turning later, and move me into a way, way, way better one. But at the end of the day, because she was getting things told to her, he might not make it to 18. Wow, blah, 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 blah. People put these things on us based on what they see and what they think. But when that time come, it'll come.
All right.
like I said, I'm not looking for it. I'm not waiting for it. At the end of the day, you have to be happy when you wake up and understand you blessed every day you wake up. The crazy thing is, you blessed every day you wake up. But when you wake up on the actual day when you wake up on the actual day you were born, that's just something different. Because you look up and you say, I made it a whole nother year.
Right.
And on top of me making it a whole nother year, I made it to 50.
Right. And that's how I felt when I woke up today, Dave. I'm like, man, and like I said, when my sister had made the comment, I'm like, wow, it dawned on me like I'm 50, you only get to be 50 once. So I definitely
Exactly.
enjoy my day today. I want to thank all my Facebook family and friends that reached out to me, that wished me happy birthday. It definitely meant a lot. Here, let me switch my camera mode. I want to thank everybody that reached out and wished me happy birthday. It meant a lot. Like I said, it was definitely an accomplishment in my life. A lot of people don't make it to live 50, so I just I want to thank the Lord. I want to thank, my mother and my father first and foremost, who gave life to me. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here, so first and foremost, I want to thank, God, and then I want to thank my mother and father, because it wasn't for them,
I mean,
I wouldn't be here. But go ahead, Dave.
you saying all the right things. I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for your parents, you wouldn't be here. I think people get life uh, misunderstood when they act like it's just the mother who um, had you, and it took a man to help
Oh
add
man,
to that.
most definitely.
And a lot of people, and some of us don't have our fathers in our life, even though they was part of helping birth this life as far as what they did. But you know what I'm saying? It took two.
Right.
And
No, you hit it right on the nose, Dave. Because my
yeah, it
father
took
was
two. And I think people get lost in that sometimes. I
right.
think a lot of women get lost in that. And all we really trying to say is you got to appreciate every day. And I'm right here on live with you, and I'm gonna tell you happy birthday again. Because man, like I said, it's another accomplishment, another
Thank you,
year
bro.
that you on this earth.
Yeah.
And but this ain't it. This ain't it. We got work to do. We got things to do. Life don't stop. Instead
Mm-mm.
of waking up every day and people are supposed to be friends and family and they got to get together all the time, and every time they get together there's always a situation, there's always an argument, you know what I'm saying, there's always something. Life is too short for all that. I think when people care for one another they should not challenge one another. I think when people care for one another, you know, reminiscing about things and y'all happy about things and y'all talking shit about things,
Right.
whatever you think you can, you know, and at the end of the day, you just have to live, man. You just have to live because this is what getting older is letting you know, look, I made it to this milestone. I'm finna live my life like Jill Scott say, like it's golden. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm finna have fun here. And anybody that's not on the same course as that, I don't want to be around
Right. Hey, you hit it right on the nose. Hey, living my
them.
life
Just let me
like
be
it's
happy.
golden. Living my life like it's golden.
Yeah.
That's what it's
And that
about,
was a
man.
perfect word, like it's golden. You dig?
Uh,
It's the time where you do everything you want to do, things that you wanted to do back in the day and you never got a chance to do it. It's time to live your life and
no.
enjoy life. Nobody has time for drama.
Right. Yeah. And me
This
and
is
LaShawn
about
talked about
having
that the other
fun.
day, man, on a show that I did, Freestyle Friday, and we talked about a lot of things that that my parents, my mother wasn't able to do, and I said, once I became an adult, and I was able to do the things that she wasn't able to do, I definitely was going to make sure, I did those things for myself, and that's what it's about, man, just trying to, accomplish certain things in your life. And if you have a family, trying to, you know, make your family happy, give them the things that they need and the tools that they need to be able, which I mean, like your kids and things like that, wife, etc. The tools and the things that they need to be able to be successful in their journey, in this at this life. You know,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. I mean, and that's just what it about. I mean, that's just what it's about. And anybody that's listening, that's what it's about every day. Some people celebrate things a little different. I remember when I was younger, every birthday, man, I had to be the freshest person on the damn block. I had to do this. I had to do that.
right.
Man, today you wake up, you just happy to wake up.
Right. Yeah. And
Happy.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, I
Growing
ain't
up.
saying it
You know.
is. But no, I ain't saying it is. Because if that's what you want to do today, you can still do it. But what I'm
Right.
saying is,
Yeah.
I think people miss the bigger
Picture.
picture.
No, I agree with you.
That's what I'm talking about, the bigger picture. There's nothing wrong with you going all the way out for your birthday, as long as you pay your bills first.
Right.
You got people go all the way
Right.
out for their damn birthday, and
And be
then
fucked
tomorrow
up the
when the
next
birthday
day.
on,
Right.
yeah, they calling Joe and Blow.
You got an
Oh
eviction
man,
notice on your door.
yeah. Oh man,
Yeah.
let me borrow 100, man, to next week when I get paid, man.
Right.
The motherfucker
Yeah.
threatened to turn my shit off.
Yeah.
No, it's still, you still have to be a responsible adult, even though it's a birthday. See, I don't let a birthday control
Because I
me. I
talked
don't let
about this in the last.
nothing control me based on holidays and stuff like that. I don't let none of that stuff control me. It just, I live it one day at a time. Because every day in my eyes is my birthday, except when I wake up that day that I was born, and that's my birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's just the accomplishment to be able to make it year by year by year. Because, like you said, I'm quite sure you know enough people, and I know enough people that laugh us early. I know a lot of guys, man. Not all of them ain't from murder. Some of them are from natural cause, cousins and things like that. I'm talking about
Yeah.
at early ages.
Yeah.
That just lets you know, man, it ain't no joke out here. You gotta do the best you can.
No, listen, some of the most important people in my life didn't make it to see 50, so, that's why this definitely was a major milestone and accomplishment in my life, so, you know, um, yeah,
Yeah. The big 5-0 is in your mirror.
yeah, it definitely is.
And
It,
it's
listen,
looking at you.
yeah,
It's
it done
looking
came
at
and
you.
it's gone, and it's about to be over with in about
Uh-huh. And it's
92
saying, let's
2 minutes.
move on to the next journey.
Yeah, well, that 92 minutes, 52 minutes is about to be over with. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, life is life and we live it, and that's what it is.
And what's so crazy, Dave, when I was trying to go live, man, I almost wasn't even able to go live. I'm like, my age is actually showing because I couldn't even fucking get into the damn computer. I had to have my wife come down and we had to go, she Googled it, and luckily she was able to show me how to get back in there because my mouse wouldn't work. And I'm like, what the hell? So I think but my son, he was down here hitting buttons and shit. And locked me out
Well,
the
you
damn
know the little
laptop.
ones, man, you gotta find some
Oh
way
my
to
gosh.
put your stuff up out of reach because they will find a way to get a hold of it.
Yeah.
And
So he locked me out, but I was able to get in. I'm like, man, I at least want to come on and talk to the people before 12 o'clock, before it was August the 11th.
yeah, you feeling good, man. You went
Yeah.
on and did what you did. Now you want to talk to your peoples. You want
Hmm.
to talk to the people that like to listen and see what you got coming next. You
Right.
did
Yeah.
like to
But
see,
we
man.
definitely go ahead. My bad, Dave.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. But we definitely gonna keep a lot of content coming, and I definitely need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Make sure that you continue to hitting that subscribe button, because like I said, your boy over here is getting close to, some of the goals that, I have set for myself over, well, not me, that YouTube have set. So, continue to, Subscribe. Make sure that you hitting that like button, and make sure that you share them. It's keeping me in the algorithm. And make sure that if because a lot of people are on Facebook and they look it through it at Facebook. But like I said today, I asked a lot of people for my birthday to make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Come on over here to YouTube and make sure that you hit that subscribe button for your boy. But no, Dave, man, it's been a good day, man. Like I said, I chilled out. I saw my mom, my brother, you know, um, um, and I hung out with my wife and had dinner with my wife and my son today. So I can't complain. I had a good
Best
day.
thing ever.
Yeah,
That's the best thing ever. You woke up to your family,
yeah.
and you went out and had a beautiful day, and then you see your other loved ones in the process, and that's an accomplishment. That's a beautiful thing, and you happy. You didn't come home saying, "Man, I don't never want to see that motherfucker again." You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But you
Yeah.
can come home and you like, man, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what you live for, man.
Hmm.
You live for the good times. Not saying we don't have to deal with the bad times, because we do, but we prefer to try to be happy as we can, and
That's what it's about,
do the
man.
things that
Trying to
we love to do, man.
right. Yeah.
And that's it, man. That's it. And people need to hear that sometimes, because a lot of people, I think, like I said, man, a lot of people really don't look at it that way. A lot of people, man, they wake up, it's their birthday, they be happy, they gonna do the biggest thing they can do that day. You know what I'm saying? If you got a lot of money, you gonna be boss
I'm
hog.
gonna ball out.
You gonna just ball till you fall. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? If you're a person that don't have nothing, you're gonna be appreciative of what you get. If it's a car, if it was a person made you a car, if it's a cake, you know what I'm saying? If it's some ice cream, or whatever it is, you're gonna be happy.
Man,
Because
look, and you 100% right. I was just happy, really, just to wake up, just to see another day. My birthday. So
I
anything
didn't.
else other than that, it's a blessing.
Yep. I mean, I done seen people on birthdays. If they didn't get exactly what they wanted, man, they show you that they don't appreciate what you got them. I mean, they be frowning, and you be saying to yourself like, "Damn, I ain't have to get you nothing."
Right.
But that's why I said I think a lot of people take life for granted. I think they just miss the full point of being able to um, grow another year. Because every year you grow is with, what I'm saying, you get wisdom and knowledge from growth. And growth only come if you make it. You can't
Facts.
grow if you ain't here.
Hmm.
So every day you hear, man, you trying to get better, you trying to do better, you trying to make things work the way you want it to work, and you trying to accomplish your goals. And the only way you can accomplish your goals is to mean business and mean what you say and do what you need to do to get there. And that's a fact.
No, I agree with you
Today,
100%, man.
today, everybody that turned 50 years old today, including you, happy birthday to every last one of y'all. And remember, be grateful to wake up every day and understand that you're blessed.
Most definitely, because it's definitely a blessing. Any day that you wake up and you above 6 feet, it's a blessing. I just want to come on and chop it up for a second. I'm not going to keep everybody long. I'm definitely not going to keep you long, Big Dave. I just want to come in and chop it up for a hot second. But Big Dave, let everybody know what you got going on and where they can reach you.
Oh, well, thanks for giving me the floor, bro. It's your day. I wasn't even looking for that. But y'all make sure y'all subscribe and like, and keep looking at the What Up Dollar Sign show, because he gonna keep good content coming. I'm gonna join him a lot of times, and we're gonna bring fire. But y'all can catch me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Real Talk. That's one whole word, WIT, WIT, Big Day. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all hit that bell next to to the notifications so y'all can get the notifications. Man, I'm putting a lot of good content. I got a lot of stuff coming for y'all, a lot. So just be ready for that. And make sure you subscribe and like. Make sure you do that. And I'm on Facebook also, Big Dave Crawford on Facebook.
And definitely make sure that you hitting that subscribe button when you go over to his channel, because he's definitely putting out great content. You know what I mean? So make sure that you definitely go over and check his channel out, because he's definitely been putting out great content. I've done a few shows with him. Great guy, good guy, but most of all, he's putting out great content. So make sure that you go over there and you not just go over there, but make sure that you hitting that subscribe button, and and supporting him, because it's not it don't cost a penny to hit that subscribe button, so make sure that you hitting that subscribe button, but Big Dave, I want to thank you, man, for coming over here, chopping it up with your boy. I have a total of I believe 40 minutes left, before my birthday is up. It's definitely been a good day. Like I said, I chopped it up with some of my family and friends today. It was a blessing. The Lord woke me up to see another day. So I can't complain, man. It's been a good day.
Hey man, like I said, man, happy birthday again, man, and enjoy the last 40 minutes. But at the end of the day, we're gonna keep it moving. You're gonna enjoy the next one and the next one and the next one, man.
Yes,
And it was an
sir.
honor and a pleasure being on here with you, man, to talk about your birthday, man. Hey, it's another blessed day.
Yeah. So look, I'm not gonna hold you guys any longer, but like I said, make sure that you hitting that subscribe button. It's been another one. It's your boy Dame D, and I am out. Peace.